Hello, it's Roy from Roy's Upcycled Radios, and today I've got this chassis in front of me from a Bosch srg91 radiogram. It's come to me with a complaint from its owner that it's smelling of burning when it's operating, and I think it's going to be a case of textbook capacitor change and general check over, which I'm going to do. It comes with its own comes with a separate transformer. Well, it comes with a, shall we say, remote transformer that plugs in there like a bulgin plug and socket. And I'm going to strip it down a little bit and get to inside of here and have a look what's going on. Right, I've removed that scale glass, and straight away I can see melted capacitors. I can see them better through that thing. Right. So yeah, they might have been smelling of burning as they were melting, it's possible. Oh, there's another one. There's another one behind here when I take this off. It's typical, you know, we've got the nasty brown Hunt capacitors which have got to go straight away. A couple of waxes. So it's just a general textbook upgrade, that's all. Yeah, I've removed that horrible, I think that's that nitrocellulose stuff, I think. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. But anyway, I've removed that. Better view of that Hunt capacitor there. I've got another brown Hunt capacitor there. That one there's been melting. Better view of them waxes there. That's not a capacitor, that's an inductor. Typical Hunts there, I don't know if you can see, but it's got a crack in it. That one there is cracked. It's cracked there actually. So that's got to go. That resistor's been burning, by the looks of it. I don't know if you can see that, where my screwdriver's poking. In there, right there. You can't see it because it's actually black. So that's gotta go. Little diode there, look. Going back a bit, back in the day, what they used to use. Which of course that's all they got at the time. Cutting edge technology for 1950s. So I'm going to set two. I'm going to swap these and take it from there. Oh, that one, that's the main smoothing capacitor. I'm going to check that over as well, just see if it's leaky or anything. Now for a start, I'm just going to be changing these two nasty paper waxes for these two. These two I found out, these lovely modern things. So I think I'm going to start off just by clipping that. Clip that one, and that's going to like that insulating post there, and that one's going to, I think that's, I don't know what that is, maybe tone control or volume, I'm not sure. Probably a tone control actually, so it needs to be a high voltage type. So that's going there, that's going there, and I think I'll just see if I can draw solder off with that thing, if it'll do it, if it'll get it hot enough. Only time will tell. Oh, it is doing, look. So drag some of that solder off. That's it. And I think probably that might all drag up now. It might do. You never know. Best laid plans and all that. That's it. That's that one off. Of course, they've gone. They've cooled down. No, that's it. That's perfect. That. Right. So they just nicely pop off like that. Get rid of that solder. That one can stretch there nicely. So I'll put a bit of pink stuff on. This insulation, this Teflon stuff, whatever it is. Yeah, I think that'll do. Right. Not bad that actually. Right. Wrap that round there. As it was. That's it. I think that'll do me. And that one wants to wrap round there. Come here, you. It's alright, my pliers are getting caught. It'll do that, that's nice. Be alright. Yeah, it's alright that. Right, that's that one. That's that one, that's that one. That's it. Get my hand out of the way so you can see. That's it. That's not bad at all, that. Of course, that went back on there. Just have to wet that back on with soldering iron, I think. That's it, go on, get down. That's that. And then of course I want another one from here, just across to there. So let me drag that solder off there. Nearly. Not quite. Maybe this time. Yep, that's got it. I think. Oh, it hasn't. Oh, you little cat. Can't believe that. It has that time. Oh, how embarrassing. How embarrassing when there's people watching. Can't believe that. Oh well. It will this time. Yeah, that's it. That's got it that time. Right. That's fine. So that basically wants to fit on there and then curl back to that other one. Put a bit of this pink stuff on again. When I can right end. Right, if I put a bit of that on, put a bit of that on there, I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll do it. Right, just squash that on there, just for now, till I go around and solder it. I'll tell you what, here, I'll use all lot, shall I? That's it. Right, that's it. And then that has just quite simply got to curl back to there. Something like that. So I'll just put another bit of this pink stuff. Right. Put that on there. And that should nicely just bend to there. That could be nice, that. That's it. I think that'll do me. Just clip that bit off. Come here. That's it. That'll do me. Of course. Just clip that bit off underneath. I don't want that. If I get my clippers in. Come here, you. That's it. I think if I just put that down there like that, it'll be alright, that. Just apply a bit of heat now with some solder. Just get it warmed up again. Yeah, get some heat transfer. That's it. Oh, nearly burnt that then, nearly. I'm a clumsy git, me, you know. Right. That's melting all the way to the bottom. That's lovely. No, that's not lovely though. Hang on. That's better. When I remove my finger. That's it. That'll do like that. That'll be fine. That's lovely. Just get a bit of heat on that one. That's it. That's gone nicely. Oh, get me knuckles out, me hairy knuckles out of the way. And that one's sweet. That's alright, that's lovely. Yep, that's fine. Yep. That's looking cool. So I'm going to move on to these. I'm going to move on to these Hunts ones. Where is it? I've lost it. It's here. Move on to these Hunts ones in a minute. Right, I've clipped this Hunt's capacitor off. That was there, but you can see if I do a close up, how cracked up they are, and literally they literally fall apart because it's got that crack in it there. That's actually not crumbling. They usually just crumble in your fingers, between your fingers. But anyway, that's going back in between there. No, that's not chassis. That's another insulation post. So that's going to go back on there when I put some pink sleeving on and then solder it back on. Now while I'm at it, I'm also going to check the value of that resistor, just in case it needs swapping. So it's a red green, so that's a 2.2 mega, and I'm getting 2.694, which that's well within tolerance, so I don't need to upset that one. So I'm just going to wet this old solder down a bit, just get it melting again. It's not been melted for about 70 years. Just warm it up and draw off. That's it. Right. And I'm going to get that in there like that. Wrap that round tight. Wrap that round tight and then re-solder it. Get some heat transfer. That'll be fine, that. Right. That's it, that's gone off nicely. So I can then curl that round there. And that can fit there nicely. I think that'll be enough. Just pop that on there. I think that'll be long enough. Once again, I'm just going to wet that out solder down. And just put a little bit more on. That's it. So it just tins it with some fresh. So that nicely sneaks behind there again. Clip that off. And then solder back on. Right, just let it go off. That'll do. As it's an insulation post, it's not supposed to be touching chassis. So that's my beeper, my continuity. That's it, it's not, there's no continuity to chassis, so that's alright. or just a bit of melted insulation there, but it don't matter, it's not overly detrimental. Just put it up there and just cover it back. Right, so that's that one replaced. I've got another one to replace here, it's hiding behind there. I've got another one to replace there. And before I melt that solder, I'm going to check all them resistors. So I've got a blue, that's a 6, a grey, that's an 8, and a yellow, that's 4 notes, so that's 680,000 ohms. And that is 717. Well, that's within tolerance, well within tolerance. I've got yellow, which is 4, violet, which is 7, and orange, which is 3. So that's a 47,000. And that's reading 55. I think I'm going to swap that one. And that one there, I think that's a brown, a red and an orange. So that's a 1, 2, that's 12, and 3 notes, that's 12,000. So I'll have a look what that says. 13.64k, so that's well within tolerance, well within. And I've got this one here, which is just hiding behind that. I'll just check that one. That one's parallel to that ounce capacitor. So I should imagine that's the cathode. I'm guessing, I might be wrong, I'm probably wrong, but. And that is red, violet, brown, that's 270 ohms. So it probably is the cathode actually. 270 ohms, right. What have I got? Come on. 267.5. Blimey, that's as close as it can be. Right, so I'm just going to clip that one out and swap that. I must also point out that I'm going to be applying heat to this pin down here, so it's very important to not apply heat while the valves are in. So I've removed the valve. That, what is it? That's an srg91. srg91. So I've removed that just for the valve's sake. I know people say they get hot. Well, they do, they get red hot, but the heat is like evenly distributed, and I don't think it's a good idea for them just to get really boiling hot just on one pin. I'm sure that will cause stresses and strains in the glass, so best to just remove it and just not apply heat to the pin. I've removed one side. Well, I've removed it and I've put one side back in, I should say. Oh, hang on, I'm going to replace that resistor, wasn't I? Let me just check that resistor again. I'm looking at 247k, what am I talking about? 47k. 54.92. 47k to 54.92. That's 3k, that's 7k, I think I'll replace it. I'll do that. Right, I've replaced one side of that resistor and one side of that capacitor. Just need to solder them back up. That's it. Let that cool. Let it go off. And just neatly clip them. That's it. And that capacitor wants to go down to chassis again, like that. And then that resistor just wants to pop across to there, where that was, or where that is. The physical size difference is nothing. I mean, that's an old-fashioned like half water. That's a modern, good quality half water. And it's just the modern manufacturing techniques are better. They're a better heat coefficient, apparently. They're just better all around, so you don't ever get fooled by physical sizes or size differences. They're nothing to worry about, as long as what's printed on it is right, within spec. There's no big deal. Be it whatever component. Right, I'm just going to trim that off a bit. Right, if I can sneak that under there, I think I can grab it that side. If I can get it back under. Probably. Being awkward. It's being awkward while there's people watching. Typical that, isn't it? Never work with children, animals and electronic bits. So not go like how you want them to when there's people watching. Right, that's it. That's it. That's got it. Right. Just need to get that back in shot. Solder that up. See if that gets hot enough. See if I just move along a bit. You know the magic tuning eye, the magic eye, the green, it's going to light up green, that, I guess. I hope it does anyway, unless it's faulty. But anyway, that's that soldered off there. Clip that off neat. That's it. That's fine. So that's that on there. All I need to do now is just fasten the other side of this resistor onto there. Right, now that's this resistor ready for soldering. Get some heat in there. Bit of solder. And that should be sweet. Clip this clip this little one on here, off here, in nice and neat, like that, yeah. What's that little thing there I've seen? No. Anyway, yeah, no matter. So that's fine. That's I think that's this video finished. I think I thought I'd seen something then, something else. No, I'm obviously seeing things. Right, anyway. So that's these two swapped. That swapped, and a resistor. That'll do me for this one. Next time I get a chance to have a look at it in the morning, it's going to be this side, all this ravel in here that I'm going to sort out. So thank you very much for watching if you watch. Thank you. Bye bye.